Hi, I'm Christian. Welcome to day 69 of Running for Glory. Normally I would script a video like this, but it feels kind of ingenuine to script this video because it's been a very long time since the last episode of Running for Glory. I think it was like April 20th or something. I don't really know how many of you are going to care, but for those who do, I bet you're probably wondering what happened. Where did I go? What did I do? Why did Running for Glory just stop all of a sudden? And I'll be honest, I was a lot farther behind on Running for Glory than honestly I want to admit. Like, it got to like 3 weeks behind, something ridiculous like that. I just couldn't edit the next video. The more and more days that I knew I fell behind with the vlog, the more and more difficult it became for me to try and catch up. The more difficult it came for me to get the video into the editing software, the harder it was for me to edit the video, and the harder it was for me to upload that next episode. I think that's partly due to laziness or complacency. I don't really know what word to use for that. But ultimately, I fell behind, and I couldn't muster the discipline and the motivation to continue going. And today, the day of recording is June 11th, so it's been almost 2 months since the last video. So, what happened? Where did I go? What did I do? I mean, for those of you who know already, I started Running for Glory in my 4th semester of college. So, if you do the math, I've already finished the 4th semester, and I failed. I failed 2 of my classes, and I failed the 2 important classes that I need for my major. And I'm very pissed off at myself about that. I'm so extremely mad and disappointed that I failed physics and calculus. I've already reflected, I've already noticed what I did wrong, and I've already come up with a plan to ensure that I don't fail these classes again. I need to pass these classes. I need to get it done so that I can continue with this path, the path of going to school and becoming an astronomer. Anyway, so what else happened? Well, in terms of the running part of Running for Glory, I actually set a new PB. I believe it was the mile trial, and I ran a 7:58 on the 7th of April. I'm not sure if that was covered in one of the videos or not, but on the off chance that it wasn't, I'm mentioning it here in this video. I bet you guys are probably wondering what happened. Why haven't I progressed anymore? Because there was a significant progression in the few months that I was doing Running for Glory. And that's because towards the end of the semester, I injured my foot playing football. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. I was playing in intramural soccer, or intramural football, and I went in for a challenge. I got the ball, but the opponents kicked my heel. And ever since then, it's been about like a month now since that happened. My foot's kind of been hurting a lot. It's like particularly when I'm running or when I'm doing heavy lifting. Like it hurts. So I haven't been able to continue with the training plan because of that injury. And then I made the injury worse because after the semester, me and my mom went on a cruise. We'd already planned this like 3 months in advance before I even knew I was going to fail these classes. We went on this cruise, and I said, I don't care about my foot right now. There's a football tournament that they're doing, like a round robin tournament, and I want to play in it. So I played in it. My heel was hurting a lot during it, but it became the least of my worries until I rolled my ankle. And then a few minutes later, I got my shin destroyed because I went into goal. So I was standing in goal, and there was like a shin-on-shin collision, and that hurt like a bitch. I'll be honest. So yeah, that just made the injury worse. If you guys picked up on that, I said I went on a cruise. Yeah, I was on a cruise for about a week. We left from New York and we went to the Bahamas. Like I went to like a bunch of the different shows that they had. I went to dinner a bunch of times at the restaurant that they had. The ship was late to port for a couple of the days, so that was really disappointing. Like I was really wanting to go see Kennedy Space Center, since that was one of the stops that we had and one of the excursions that the cruise line was planned, that they had planned. But we missed that, and then we missed the following port date, so we weren't able to do the first 2 excursions. But we did get to the Bahamas on time, so I was able to go onto the Bahamas, and I was able to go around and shop for a bit. And on the way back to New York, the cruise line stopped at their private island. We were on this private island for a day. I went around the island and just walked around and actually played some volleyball, and I met a bunch of really cool people on the island, and I also met a bunch of cool people on the cruise. And I went to my first party. Technically, the cruise line had a bunch of different parties, but I only went to the one after we left the Bahamas. But yeah, I went to my first party. It was really, really fun. Like I won't lie, I honestly didn't see myself enjoying it as much as I did. And while we were at the Bahamas, I got a bunch of different souvenirs and a bunch of different items. Like I got this tiki, I got this knife, and I got a bingo bucket hat. So yeah, I had a really fun time on the cruise, even though there was pain involved, both physical and mental, with failing classes. I had a good time, and I've been really busy since